What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisor.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Monday. It is February 3rd. We are back with another video. If you've never been here before, hopefully you're in for a treat. Anytime we have at least 5 games on the slate, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position after we've already ran 10,000 simulations. We have giveaways every single video. Here's how to win. Like this video. Be a subscriber to this channel, and you got to leave a comment on this video for the comment picker to pick you up. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you will have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. That is every sport that has to do currently, not just NBA. If this video gets 100 likes, you'll get a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. My question of the day is, I woke up to the Luka news, and I thought it was a fake account at first, and then it wasn't. And then is this the worst NBA trade of all time? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's wild. Now, here's what I'll tell you. We do early simulations. I've already ran 10,000 simulations, and we're going to do that. But Thursday is the trade deadline, and we've already seen some wild trades go down. De'Aaron Fox got traded later Sunday. Luka, obviously, and AD got traded there. Zach LaVine got traded in that same Fox trade. We're going to see that this week. So we need to pay attention, because you cannot just lock your lineup early and then forget it. Because I feel like you want to play a little bit less this week until the trade deadline's done, because you're inevitably going to get screwed over somehow. I can already see it. Someone's going to be in one of our core plays, and then boom, he's traded out of nowhere. So this is definitely one where I'll say, be careful this week, but we're still going to bring you content. So we have 10-game main slate on FanDuel. We have an 8-game main slate on DraftKings. It makes no sense. But before we get into that, we are going to see who the 2 winners are from yesterday's video. I did forget to mention the second way to win in these videos. Somewhere in this video, there'll be a keyword or key phrase. Listen for it, type it in. Suggest probably putting it in your one comment. Get it in there so you don't get screwed over, and have a second chance to win a free week. Now, you guys absolutely killed it Saturday, Sunday. 977 views on Saturday, 934 on Sunday, over 100 likes. So someone right here is going to win a free month. Even if you have the keyword, we're still going to re-roll for the keyword. But the winner of the free month is David Kavetsky, 2377. Congratulations, David. I don't remember if you have an account on the site, but please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1, @gmail.com. And let me know if you have a username on the site. If you do not, let me know a username, email, and a password you would like. We'll get you set up for your free month. So again, David, congratulations on winning. Now, the keyword was vehicle from yesterday. So hopefully you get it in there. There you go, Stan Skoronski. I think you do have an account. I think every single time your name comes up, I cannot pronounce it. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. I'm sorry, married. Maybe next time. But congratulations, Stan. Please email me. I think you have an account on the site. If not, again, username, email, and a password, and we'll get you both set up. So congratulations to both of the winners. Come back tomorrow. You could win every single day. Now, make sure you check out FantasyTeamAdvisor.com every single day, about 2 hours before tip-off. We'll update the simulations. We'll update the projections. The cheat sheet will be there. We'll have pace of play. Vegas odds are there. NBA bets are there. Fantasy points allowed by position. It's all there. Our chalk plays are there as well. So, that being said, we have a ton of questionable guys. We already have people ruled out, which will have already opened up value. But throughout the day, other people will be ruled out or traded, and that'll boost value up. So, these are early projections that we're going to give you without any trades. And this is being filmed at night. So, there could be trades at 3 a.m. like Luka. I cannot control that. But we will check everything else out. And I will say, we've already ran 10,000 simulations. And at the end, we are going to build a DraftKings lineup for you, a FanDuel lineup, and a Yahoo lineup. We do build these for tournaments, but we do like pretty much what we do. We'll change it up a little bit, especially if people are in or out. But let's just jump into it. So, looking at point guard, SGA is at the top of my list right now. Early projections against Milwaukee has him about 56 to 60 fantasy point range. Cade Cunningham going up against Atlanta has the 28 DVP, so a great matchup for Cade, 52 to 55. And then we do have Damian Lillard going up against OKC. Not the best matchup for him, but looking about 43 to 45 fantasy points. Come down mid-tier, it's about 8,000 or below. It's kind of what we're looking at. I've got Jamal Murray going up against New Orleans, 24 DVP, about 40 fantasy points. Malik Monk going up against Minnesota, 38 to 40 fantasy. And then CJ McCollum going up against Denver, about 35 to 38. I think McCollum will get a little bit of run with Dejounte Murray obviously being out for an extended period, or he's out for the year. Zion, I don't even know. Probably got that questionable tag. He doesn't. He might by the end of the day. Pay attention there. But I do like CJ there. And then some sort of value. So when I'm looking at value, especially on a huge slate like this, I'm looking around 5,000 or below. And if they've got a great matchup too. So just kind of looking early on with Ja Morant being out, Luke Kennard should get a little bit of boost here going up against San Antonio. 22nd DVP, about 23 to 26 fantasy points. Jose Alvarado should get a bump here with Dejounte Murray being out for the year. Going up against Denver, 26 DVP, looking about 22 to 25. And then Scottie Pippen Jr., I think he'll get a run, even with Kennard there. We got Pippen there. Against San Antonio, 22nd DVP, about 20 to 24 fantasy points. Moving to the shooting guard position. Anthony Edwards was our core play and a picture the other day, and then he missed the game. He's got that same questionable illness. Definitely something to pay attention to. If it's the flu, obviously run up and down the court might not be the best, but coming off a huge game against Utah, if he plays, which he should, but we'll see, 46 to 50 range there. Trey Murphy the third going up against Denver, 38 to 42. Desmond Bane, 38 fantasy points. Mid-tier, and you can see it kind of right there just jumps down for mid-tier. Dyson Daniels, about 34 fantasy points. Devin Vassal's projected right around 34 to 40 fantasy points. Colin Sexton, about 29 to 32. Trying to find some value down here, under 5K. We've got Nick Smith against Washington, 29 DVP, so a great matchup there. And Melo being out, I think he should get some, a little bit of boost there, but 25 to 28. Tim Hardaway Jr. against Atlanta, 28 DVP, 21 to 24. And then Jordan Hawkins for New Orleans, about 21 to 24 as well. So we move to the small forward position. Looking at the top, Amen Thompson, about 40 fantasy points against the Knicks. Do have Josh Hart that is questionable. Yeah, he hasn't missed a game. He's been questionable, and the minutes really haven't been affected. We used him on the first, and he put up 66.75 at 7,500. That's exactly what we need out of him. Obviously, not going to project him that high, and he's got the number one overall DVP there, so not very the best odds, but about 38 to 40 fantasy point range of what we're looking at. Then we're looking at Michael Porter Jr. against New Orleans, 11 DVP, 34 to 38 fantasy point range there. Going down to mid-tier, which not a huge gap from the top, but looking at mid-tier. We got Lauri Markkanen for Indy, 23rd DVP, about 33 fantasy points. Jaden McDaniels, 31 fantasy points. Did he get traded? Wait a minute. No. Okay. Not yet, anyway. Jaden McDaniels, about 31 to 33, like I said. Christian Braun against New Orleans, 25th DVP, about 29 to 32 fantasy points. Then we go down, trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel to find some sort of value here. We've got Ausar Thompson, 23 to 25. We've got Josh Green, about 21 to 24. We've got Isaiah Joe for OKC, about 20 fantasy points there. So now we move to the power forward position. And you can just see going up the list, there's so many people already out. So many people ruled or questionable. Like Naz Reid, if he is out, it's going to bump up like Luka Garza. So if you're looking at like Garza, he's a center, 3,300 game log wise. The minutes are ish. Obviously, we would love to see a 20-minute game for Luka and 24 fantasy points at his price. But again, we could definitely see what we can see. But we'll have to wait to see if Naz Reid is going to be in or out. So looking at power forward at the top, it's Giannis again. Third DVP here, about 57 to 60 fantasy point range. Miles Bridges against Washington. Love Miles here with LaMelo being out, about 42 to 45. You got Zion Williamson. So I've basically faded him every game. He got 50 last game. So yeah, I mean, it's been there. It really depends on it's matchup based for me now, pace of play and DVP. But we're looking at this. We got about 42 to 45 fantasy point range. Going down the list, mid-tier. We got Jalen Williams going up against Milwaukee, about 39 to 42. John Collins against Indy, about 32 fantasy points. Tobias Harris, about 31 to 33 fantasy point range. Then we get down here to the value-ish type picks. We're looking around Harrison Barnes, looking at about 24 to 28 out of him. Keldon Johnson against Memphis, 23 to 25. Dylan Brooks against the Knicks, 23 to 25 as well. Now we move to the center position. And before we move to the center position, the keyword of the day is water. Cheers. Bottoms up. Looking at center, I don't think it's a surprise. We got Jokic. But the thing is, the matchup with him against New Orleans, 24th DVP, early projections through 10,000 simulations are huge. Currently projected at 67 to 70 range. Obviously, we know he can get close to 99. We used him 2 nights ago. 83.25. It's exactly what we needed with a $12,000 price tag. His price keeps going up, but I'm going to project him. It's projected right around 67 to 70, but again, he is very capable of 80, 85 plus. We got Sabonis going up against Minnesota, 52 to 55. Victor Wembanyama, who is questionable. Yeah, so he was a late scratch with an illness. I don't know if that's the flu or whatever. It's going around. But if he misses, obviously that bumps up. But early projections about 52 to 55. Mid-tier, not a ton, but one of my favorite plays if you don't want to pay up. If you're looking to not pay all the way up for Jokic at 12.3, you come down the list. Rudy Gobert at 6.3, saving 6,000. 21st DVP against Sacramento, 36 to 40 fantasy point range. Miles Turner against Utah, 29th DVP, 35 to 38 fantasy points. Walker Kessler against Indy, 7th DVP, so not the best, but about 32 fantasy points there. And then if you are one that dabbles in the value plays down here, I don't look a ton at value plays normally for center position. But we've got Brook Lopez, about 27 to 30. We've got Precious Achiuwa, about 24 to 28. And Zach Edey against San Antonio, 19th DVP, about 22 to 28 fantasy points. And there you have it. Those are just some of the projections. If you want to see all of the players that are projected, all of the simulations of said players, go check out FantasyTeamAdvisor.com. FTA Plus is only $10 for a week or $30 for a month, $1 a day. Get it except for February. But get in there. Let's have some fun. Let's build upon what you guys have seen this weekend. You guys absolutely killed it with the views. You guys absolutely killed it with the interactions. The algorithm loved it. I thank you very much. Very excited about it. So now, it is time to build a DraftKings lineup, a FanDuel lineup, and then a Yahoo lineup. Now, these are early lineups that are built for tournaments. They can and most likely will change because, again, there's so many players that are questionable, and being right around the trade deadline, it is very possible some of these guys do end up get traded or out of nowhere. Now, I say that being we're going to build with like a Chris Paul. Probably not getting traded, but after Luka got traded, I think everyone's on the table. It's wild. It's like the Yankees trading Derek Jeter in his prime. It's like the Patriots trading Tom Brady after winning three Super Bowls. It's just crazy. So again, not saying any of these guys are even on the table right now, but you never know if there's a team that has a three-team trade. One of these guys could be thrown in there. So these are early tournament lineups. They can and will change. We've had people win money off of them, but I would say be vigilant on it. Watch the news, and if you feel like making tweaks because you don't want to, pay down for Aaron Gordon or Mike Conley, I get that. But Mike Conley will have a huge boost if Ant-Man is out. Now, with Ant-Man being out the last game, Conley played 34 minutes, 27.25. He was 4,000. His price has gone up a little bit, but I am okay with that. So this is a tournament lineup on DraftKings. Look at it, make some tweaks on it, but most importantly, hopefully, we bring home the bacon with it. So we already have a FanDuel one built, so pause the video. Paid up for Cade Cunningham, paid up for Nikola Jokic, and then it's actually pretty decent considering we paid up that right there. And then we had still mid-tier Michael Porter Okongwu, and then lower ones Mike Conley, Cole Anthony, Nick Smith, all under 5K. More of a boom or bust lineup. It is a FanDuel tournament lineup, but it is a lineup. Then we got our Yahoo one. Not a ton of you play, but I wanted to bring it to you. So Scottie Pippen should see a little bit of run. The bench should see run with Memphis with their guys out. With Morant being out, it will open up for Pippen. It will open up for Kennard. It will open up some value we may even not even talked about yet, because throughout the day, value will open. Devin Vassell, Keontae George, Tobias Harris, Santi Aldama, Keegan Murray, Rudy Gobert, and utility, Mark Williams. So the biggest one, Rudy Gobert that's what's crazy. Rudy Gobert is the highest price guy we have in our lineup. The other ones are basically just even across the board in price-wise. And again, not a ton of you play Yahoo. Wanted to bring you what we could. So that's what I've got in this video. You guys absolutely killed it this weekend. I know we can absolutely kill it again today for Monday Fun Day. We've got the Super Bowl in 6 days, which is what I cannot believe we already have the Super Bowl. In that, I will update the cheat sheet for the showdown. So we'll do a showdown, probably do a breakdown of the Super Bowl and our bets. We love prop bets. We love Super Bowl prop bets. So be on the lookout for that towards the end of the week. It might even be in the middle of the week. We will definitely see. But let's have fun. Hopefully you guys absolutely killed it. If you have not checked out everything that's in the description of this video, go down below. We have an absolutely free Discord for you. Want you guys to check that out and have some fun with it. Ask questions. We do core plays. We do value plays. It's what we can for you. So that's what I've got. If you have not if you're very excited for MLB, I'm very excited. I believe pitchers and catchers report right after, like the 17th, or right in there. Then the next week, games start. It's wild. It's wild where we're at. We're very excited for MLB. If you've never checked our MLB content out before, go check out our playlist and check out how we just every day broke it down. So very excited about that. Questions, comments, concerns, get them down below. Get them in the Discord. Let's have fun. Let's have a great Monday. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.